Give the Lodge a call at 352-694-2461 or go on Facebook to Marion Dunn Masonic Lodge number 19. The public open house event is sponsored in part by BTB Contracting. All right, 4 minutes after 8 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Galen Unold is on the phone from LifeSouth LifeSouth Blood Centers, community blood centers, to remind us of the importance of donating blood and registering for the bone marrow registry. A lady we know, Robert, I didn't tell you this, I won't mention her name on the air, but a lady we know, a musician lady, put on Facebook that she's got was diagnosed with some kind of bone marrow cancer or something like that. I can't remember what it was called.
Tell me off the air then, because we have to help.
And and she's going to have to go to the Moffitt. Is it called Moffitt?
Moffitt, yes.
And get treatment and then I guess some transplants, bone marrow transplant.
Oh, maybe we'll be called.
You imagine that?
We're registered.
Galen, good morning, Galen. Oh, this segment brought to you by Penn Flooring, providing quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Stop in and visit the spacious showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. We use Penn Flooring here at WOCA, and so should you.
That's right. I love their work. Yeah. And their guys are so personable too. They're just so wonderful personality-wise. You can feel safe with them.
Robin will add a little bit extra to your ads, by the way, if we do live read ads for you.
If it's true.
Galen, you there? Galen,
Good morning, Larry. Robin, how are y'all?
We're doing good. We took up some of your time. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we know a lady. I didn't tell Robin. I've just thought about it now. It's an acquaintance of ours. She's not that close to us, but she posted on Facebook that she had some kind of serious, like bone marrow cancer or something that she was diagnosed with. So our prayers go to her.
Yeah, and that's it's Moffitt, all the cancer centers that are out there. The treatment has gotten so much better, but still, it's just a disease that we have to continue to research and work on and help these people heal. So
it's very hard. We have another friend that was just diagnosed with cancer, and he's undergoing chemo right now, and it's just so hard. Yeah. You just want everything to be 100% gone.
Yeah, and it's one of those diseases that impacts the entire family, because, you have to go to treatment so frequently. And in some cases, depending on the type of treatment, you can't necessarily even get out of bed for, 2 or 3 days at a time. And financially, it's a huge hardship. So,
Gail, what is the state of the blood supply right now?
Right now we had a okay weekend, but not great. But we're still transfusing more than we're collecting. So we need people to get out there and roll up their sleeves to donate blood this week.
There you go. But I have a fun topic today. There's a couple I was reading about in. Was it National Geographic or one of those types of websites? And this couple went around different places. They timed things. They did surveys. And they basically came up with some figures, some statistics of how long we look at things, which I'll kind of save until we jump over another topic. My first topic before we get there is to ask you this question. Why are people asking, will Brett Favre be booed
at Lambeau Field?
There was an article on ESPN.com, I guess, and it's actually the headline is a question: will Brett Favre be booed at Lambeau? Do you know why that's an issue?
Yeah, he's getting inducted into their Ring of Honor, and no, he will not be booed.
Oh, no. Okay.
Oh, so it's like the Hall of Fame, the Ring of Honor?
Yeah, it's the Packers Hall of Fame. So yeah.
Yeah, I think people will probably put away their differences because he was
if he's being inducted into the Hall of Fame.
I mean, yeah, he played for 2 other teams, but he's a Packer, and that's how he'll be remembered. And he's a Green Bay Packer, and don't forgive him.
Wow, you wouldn't think anybody would be booed if they're being inducted into the Hall of Fame. That would just be unclassy.
Yeah.
Well, fans pay their money; they can do whatever they want, but they won't boo him.
No, he's probably regretting his decisions anyway.
There was this.
I don't know. He got a lot of money. I don't know. I don't think he's regretting anything.
There was this piece I saw. Boy, I'll have to look it up, and maybe I shared it with you on Facebook. I can't remember, but there was a baseball player coming back to New York after being away for a while, whatever, and or no, he was coming with his other team to play with the Yankees or the Mets or one of them. And they had a cardboard cutout of him out in Central Park or one of the parks. And the TV announcer was saying, "There he is. What would you say to him if you could?" And the guy, and he's yelling. They're yelling at the cardboard cutout. And then the actual player comes from behind the cutout. And they change their tone. "Hey, how you doing?" They shake his hand and they, It's kind of funny. I can't remember. I think
it is pretty good.
I think it was a Jimmy Fallon bit. I think
Probably. That sounds about right.
I think on his show. All right, let's go to the phone, see if somebody has something to say about this, and then we'll find out how long
how are you?
people look at things.
It'll be Linda.
Good morning. Yeah, let's see who it is.
It'll be Linda.
Good morning. You're on the air.
No, Huey puts me up to it.
Group effort.
I was all ready to fight and say why he wasn't going to be booed, but Galen was so good about this. He was, Galen, you're right. He won't be booed, and if he does, it's just going to be from some idiot who had too much beer in the party.
You won't be able to hear the booze.
Yeah, any true Packer fan, a real diehard Packer fan, will respect what Barr did throughout the years, going all the way back to 92, when he took over from Mikowski and never stopped until 2007, And, it was an ugly divorce. But, I even was telling Huey this morning, he left Green Bay and went to New York. And in New York, he developed a whole group of new fans that really turned out to like him, until he hurt his, I think he hurt his shoulder. And then he went to Minnesota, and they hated him in Minnesota. But by the time he left Minnesota, they loved the guy. I think they built a shrine for him,
Oh, that's funny. He must be a likable guy.
So it just shows, there is a lot of love for him.
So
and I think anybody who would ever boo him, at Lambeau, when you come back, to have your number hung in the Ring of Honor was just an idiot. So.
There you go.
ESPNWisconsin.com is a website. ESPNWisconsin.com. I don't know if you've ever gone there, Linda.
No.
But there's an article there, and it says the Boo Birds will ruin the show. The Boo Birds.
That's just over. That's just somebody's opinion. That ain't going to happen.
Okay.
I don't think it is, because I'll probably be there and I'll knock them all out. We won't let it happen. No, it won't, because, Packer fans have a lot of class. And, they did boo him when he came in to play with Minnesota. But, that's whole different. Your legend is standing behind center for your enemy.
So when is this happening?
That's that was a couple of years ago when Barr came back to Green Bay as quarterback for Minnesota, and the fans stood up and booed him. But we boo any quarterback for the other team.
Yeah.
But we just booed a little harder.
But I mean, when is this induction thing? Do you know?
Oh, it'll happen before 2016.
Before 2016.
We got a long time.
This is not a thing happening
There's
soon.
a lot of leeway.
No, because he has to wait 5 years before he goes in the Hall of Fame.
What the heck are they printing this story now for?
2016.
Right.
Merchandising.
And prior to that, Green Bay is want to sign him to a one-day contract, so he becomes a Green Bay Packer again, and then they will retire his number at Lambeau, and then he'll go in the Hall of Fame, as a Packer. But you don't have to go to the Hall of Fame with a team. You go in as your own.
Do you know what I think?
You go in for what you've done, not because you played for Green Bay or Minnesota.
Tell me if you all agree with this. I think athletes should be grouped in with the performing arts. I think they are an art form, and they are performing. So they should be considered one of the performing arts. Sports. What do you think, guys? You think so? No opinion?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, because in the Kennedy Center honors, they only honor performing artists, right? Mm-hmm. Dancers, singers. They don't honor writers or painters. But performing arts include a guy who runs across the field.
Yeah, exactly.
He's performing. No?
I think they should.
Well, they are entertainment. You're right. We watch them for entertainment.
So
you have a point there, somewhat. That they are doing some form of, I guess, performing an art.
And how long do you typically watch a football game?
Well, when Barr was quarterback, the whole darn thing.
The whole darn thing.
No, I watch the Packer games. I watch the Rodgers. I watch the whole game.
Thank you, Linda.
Start to finish. All right,
I
bye.
appreciate your thoughts on that. Galen does not, by the way, have access to any caller ID. He used his psychic ability to know that was Linda. On the
Yes,
phone.
he did.
Yeah,
Galen knows.
psychic ability.
Yeah, you say Brett Favre, you know one of them's going to call.
By the way, before I start, how long we look at things, I guess I should not start it because we have to take a break in a few seconds. But when I was looking at the reasons for enjoying soccer, wasn't that one of the reasons people enjoyed soccer is because you knew you could watch the whole thing in 90 minutes?
Yeah.
You wouldn't have to sit for hours and hours?
Right. For 3 hours or so. That's what people said.
Did we discuss that with you, Galen? I can't remember.
Yeah, and that's about right. Yep. You have 45 minutes, and then you have a break, and then you have 45 minutes.
And then you're done.
So,
okay.
yeah.
So we know that one. But this couple that toured the world and they took statistics, they made surveys and used a time or whatever. They've got the length of time we look at things. I've got the top 12, and we'll do that when we come back. This is The Source, WOCA, Ocala. This segment is brought to you by Penn Flooring, by the way.
Yes, it is.
I needed a few extra things to say. All right, we'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. Today, times of clouds and sun with a couple of showers and a heavy thunderstorm. The high 86 to 90. Partly cloudy tonight with a thunderstorm in spots. Low 71 to 75. Tomorrow, intervals of clouds and sun with a shower or thunderstorm in the area. High 88 to 92. And for Thursday, more the same. Intervals of clouds and sun with a shower and thunderstorm around. High 89 to 93. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Hey, I'm Gary.
And I'm Eric. Did you know that Red Eye Radio is on WOCA The Source every night from 2 to 6 a.m. and it's live?
That's right. No tape shows here.
We know that the news doesn't sleep.
And neither do we. So we're here with you live from 2 till 6 a.m. every weekday. Call us 866-90-RED-EYE. So join me, Gary McNamara.
And me, Eric Harley, every weeknight to discuss the latest in news and entertainment.
Right here on WOCA The Source.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my
too.
seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, a new spoiler, and a new
Yep,
trunk.
we can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too, huh?
Well, as a matter of fact, join me every Monday at 10 for auto repair with personal care here on The Source.
Of course you do.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. Today, times of clouds and sun with a couple of showers and a heavy thunderstorm. The high 86 to 90. Partly cloudy tonight with a thunderstorm in spots. Low 71 to 75. Tomorrow, intervals of clouds and sun with a shower or thunderstorm in the area. High 88 to 92. And for Thursday, more the same. Intervals of clouds and sun with a shower and thunderstorm around. High 89 to 93. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Now is the time to take advantage of Florida Credit Union's CD specials. Our 36-month CD comes in at 1.26% APY. A 24-month is working for you at 1.0% APY. And our 12-month at 0.75% APY. All CD rate specials require $10,000 minimum. With friendly service and rates like these, it's not hard to see why Florida Credit Union has your CD options covered. Florida Credit Union, connecting your money to your life. Call 352-237-8222 for more information. Must act by 1/15/14.
Good credits, bad credits. It's none of our business because we're not an auto dealer. We're not a bank. We're not your mother. We're OcalaForSale.com. Marion County's marketplace for cars, trucks, and SUVs. We've got thousands of sellers standing by to take your call. No middleman. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offered at an include dealer upcharge. Undercutting, rust proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
All right, 18 minutes after 8 o'clock. All right, I had no idea that the Brett Favre thing was years off in the future. All right,
Yeah.
Galen, of course, is with us right now, reminding us of the importance of donating blood. And right now, I've got like a fun topic to share with Galen. It's the length of time we look at things. This is the conclusion of a couple, a young man and a young woman, college age looking. I didn't really know their age, but they looked to be about college age. They were touring around the world. They were doing surveys, asking the officials at different places, how long do people normally look at this, and also timing them to see what they found. So here's the results. You ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
The Grand Canyon. People typically will look at the Grand Canyon for, are you ready for this? 2 days.
Oh yeah, I mean you can look at it for your lifetime and see something different every minute of that.
2 days.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's just in order to, and I before I had seen it, I'm like, it's just got a big hole in the wall. What's the big deal? And then when you see it, you're like, oh my gosh! And it's breathtaking. It's one of the few things that even the best picture that's ever been taken of the Grand Canyon, it still can't capture it. It's really is awe-inspiring.
And that is an awesome number. It is the only thing on this whole list of 12 things that is measured in days. Everything else is hours or minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, 2 days. It's amazing.
Well, I've never talked to somebody who has seen the Grand Canyon and go, it's no big deal.
Absolutely, yeah. I've seen it, and when I saw it, it was. There's no photograph anywhere, no movie, no IMAX movie, no nothing that really gives you that feeling.
Nothing.
You were enamored.
Yeah.
And you just sit there and stare at it. I remember I was going to spend about, I was coming back from the Navy and I was going to spend about 20 minutes there. That was my plan. I'm like, well, it's on the way. I might as well go and see it. I stayed for 4 days.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Ended up camping in the basin, and it was, it was one of those great memories that I have. And it's incredible. It's simply incredible.
So these are averages. We would presume this is what they did here. Now, if you have you ever been with somebody who saw the ocean for the first time? Somebody who grew up in the Midwest. I had this happen to me when I was in California. I met a guy from Indiana. He worked at the pizza place, and he saw the Pacific Ocean for the first time, and he stared at it. Mm-hmm. It was like, for him, it was like seeing the Grand Canyon. He couldn't believe how big it was.
Immense, huge.
And this study was done at Miami Beach, so this one says Atlantic Ocean. The average length of time that a person stares at the Atlantic Ocean in Miami Beach, anyway, 3 hours.
Oh,
yeah, I believe it. Well, it's probably longer on some other beaches, but Miami has some other things that are pretty nice to look at. It's got beautiful sand.
Distractions.
Great,
distractions.
Architecture,
yeah.
Right?
Give me a chance.
I'll tell you, my ocean story is there was a guy I was in the Navy with, and he had never seen the ocean. He had never even seen a lake. Very, very large lake.
Right.
And so the first time he saw the ocean was on board our ship. And I remember we were pulling out of the port. And he's like, oh my gosh, and he couldn't say anything else. And he didn't talk, and he just stood at the rail until somebody finally said, hey, you got to go to work.
Wow.
He never, if you've ever spent time on the ocean, you never lose that draw. When you get there, you just want to look at the huge expanse of it.
Yeah, it really is amazing. I'm always amazed at the ocean. I live so close. I should get there more often.
Yeah.
All right, the next one, number 10 on the list is sunset. People on average watch a sunset for 2 hours.
I don't know how a sunset doesn't last that long.
That's about right.
Well, I guess they just answered, what did you come here to the beach for the sunset? What time did you get here? 2 hours ago. I don't know.
I guess, yeah. I mean, it's fun to watch the sun going down and then to stay after because of it becomes a completely different environment once that sun sets. So.
Yeah, so Sundays. Typically watch it for 2 hours, yeah.
Well, we did the video last weekend, right? At Clearwater Beach of the sunset.
Yeah.
You must have been on that pier for a while.
Felt like we were there a long time.
Yeah.
It's not bad. You're facing west and watching the sunset.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
That's the way to go.
And sunrise is next on the list. Number 9, sunrise, we watch for 49 minutes. We watch the sunrise much.
Yeah, because you don't get up that early. One of my favorite things is when my parents used to live on Lake Weir, is watching the sunset at Lake Weir. It was just one of my favorite things in the world. To sit out there on the porch and just watch the sunset over the lake. It was beautiful.
Oh, wow. Well, those who sit outside just to look at the moon, average 30 minutes.
Yeah, because by then the bugs get you.
The bugs get you, yeah.
I'm serious. You go outside and you're like, God. Especially with a full moon, seems like the bugs are even more active and they're bigger.
But I guess, if you think about it, let's go outside and look at the moon. It's romantic or whatever. 30 minutes, okay, I'm done.
It's the bugs, Larry. It's the bugs.
Yeah, or something else.
The thing about the sunrise, sunset, and the moon, you don't have to go anywhere. You could do that in your own yard, really.
Pretty much, yeah.
The next one on the list is Niagara Falls. Niagara Falls, listen to this. 20 minutes on the edge, 90 minutes if you're on the Maid of the Mist.
Well, that's because the Maid of the Mist tour is 90 minutes.
Yeah, probably.
Well, I'll tell you, Niagara Falls is kind of how I felt about the Grand Canyon. You know,
yeah, me too.
What I remember about the Niagara Falls is how loud it is.
Yes.
You know, you can hear it. You can literally hear it from, you know, if you get outside your car and it's quiet, you can hear it almost a mile away.
Right,
It's just so loud. And it's just like, it's another one of those things you just stop. You don't really have words to describe it. And then you're like, yeah, let's go on the boat. Whether you planned on going in the Maid of the Mist or not, you are going on there once you see it.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, and I had the same feeling, even though I had seen it as a kid. When I saw it as an adult, it was that same feeling like, wow, there is no photograph that does this justice. Nothing.
And then you hear about the morons who went over in a barrel, and you're like, that was stupid.
It was stupid, yeah.
And then you're like, you know, if I was like 19 and somebody dared me, yeah, I'd have done it.
So people on average look at Niagara Falls 20 minutes from the edge. So you think about it, this is a major place. 2 days is the average for the Grand Canyon. 20 minutes from Niagara Falls.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised by that. I mean, it's beautiful up there. I mean, with the gardens that are there, and in the summer the weather is fantastic.
I wonder.
I wonder if it was in the winter. It's really, really, really cold. You know, I wonder if that's like a blended number between the winter and the summer.
And that's a good point. And I also wondered if it didn't include going, like if you go, okay, you're looking at Niagara Falls, there's a lot of restaurants there. Then you go into a restaurant, you probably get a window seat.
Yes.
You're still looking at it. Do they count that? I mean, maybe they didn't count that
part.
Yeah,
it's a fair question. I mean, if you're just standing on the deck that's, you know, got that pressure-treated wood commercial that they always do.
All right, the Statue of Liberty, the average length of time somebody will look at the Statue of Liberty is 15 minutes.
Yeah, I think it depends on your view of the Statue of Liberty and where you're watching it, because there are some places where it's just not that comfortable to look at it for very long.
Yeah, right.
And then if you take the ferry boat, which I haven't done, but I heard it's just incredible. That that's all you want to do is when you're looking at the skyline, all you want to do is look at the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah, and I can't remember how long that boat ride is. Do you remember?
I don't remember. I know we were on there for 2 hours.
Oh,
from start to finish on the Mother's Day cruise. My son and daughter-in-law treated me to, but every time we passed the Statue of Liberty, I mean, it was passed and came back. We just couldn't help but stare at it.
Right,
it's just,
it's
gives
so
you chills.
Iconic and it's good. And I think the Statue of Liberty, it's more about what it represents.
Right.
It's, you know, more than anything else. It's a beacon of hope. And whenever you see the symbol of the Statue of Liberty, you know, it invokes a feeling inside you, and that's incredible.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
Mount Rushmore is next on the list. We spend an average of 12 minutes staring at that mountain. We drive forever to get there, and then, okay, let's go, kids. 12 minutes is done.
I'm surprised by that one. I would have thought that, because you see it from so many different angles. That's the beauty of Mount Rushmore, is going to the different angles and looking at it.
12 minutes.
Looking at it in different light. I'm surprised 12 minutes. There's not much else to do.
I guess that's what it is. Yeah.
I'm serious. It's not like if I'm at the beach and I'm staring at that for 2 hours.
Yeah.
There's nothing else to do at Mount Rushmore. I'm telling you, there's nothing else to do.
All right, the next one you're going to take with you the rest of the day. The Statue of David.
Oh my!
3 minutes in the front, 30 seconds in the back.
Yeah, well, you know, in David's defense, I mean, most of those I haven't seen David, but most of those tours are just walk-bys, right?
Probably,
not a lot of time to study him, and there's so many people who want to see him.
You travel all that way. 3 minutes. Let's go.
I don't know if David he's part of the tour.
Yes, he is.
Galen, the next one I'm going to ask you if you agree with this one. The Playboy Centerfold. Both men and women, by the way. 20 seconds. That's it. We look at it for 20 seconds. We move on to something else.
Yeah, I think that's about right. And again, that's an average. And if there's a woman with you, you're going to look at it a little less. And
I'll be honest. I think it was less for me when I was a kid.
Really?
I don't think I looked at it.
Because you're semi-embarrassed about it.
I opened it up. Oh, that's nice. I close it. Yeah, move on to the next
I
one.
look at it a long time.
Mona Lisa is next on the list. We're almost done. 15 seconds. People go all the way to see the Mona Lisa.
Really?
15 seconds.
I'm a little surprised by that, but I'm wondering how much of that has to do with there are so many pictures of her and reprints of her. So
the thing we look at the least is the American flag. It takes 12 seconds to recite the Statue of Liberty. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm distracted here. The Pledge of Allegiance.
Yes. 12 seconds.
12 seconds to say, Statue of Liberty. Never mind. Galen, we're absolutely out of time. Where's the Bloodmobile today?
College of Central Florida.
The College of Central Florida. Of course, you can go next door to the Cascades on Silver Springs Boulevard or next to Winn-Dixie in Denali. Galen, thank you. Have a great day.
You guys are the best. Bye, y'all.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. The remains of most of the Malaysia air crash victims are now out of rebel hands.
After a roughly 12-hour journey from close to the crash site, the train pulling into Kharkiv, a city outside of rebel territory and under Ukrainian government control. The remains now set to be flown to the Netherlands. Most of the 298 victims were Dutch, so further identification and repatriation efforts will be organised from there.
Fox Radio's Simon Owen in Kiev.
The movement of the remains was announced by Malaysia, which appears to have struck a deal with the pro-Russian rebels controlling the crash site.
Malaysia also has control of the black box data recorders. And Texas Governor Rick Perry planning to deploy up to 1,000 National Guard troops to the border with Mexico to provide support in the crisis over the surge of illegal immigrants. Fox News. We report, you decide.
There's more to Fox News Radio than meets the ear. Go behind the headlines and join the conversation on the hottest stories of the day on the Fox News Radio Facebook page. Be a part of the Fox News Radio Facebook fan community. Post comments and tell us your opinions. See behind-the-scenes photos and videos and post your reactions to the stories that matter to you. Click the like button on Facebook and connect with breaking news and features like Fox in the Fast Lane, House Call for Help, and more. Go to Facebook.com/Fox News Radio.
Weeknights, we're busting out a brand new lineup. First, market fraud, government abuse, corruption. At 5, nothing's off limits on money.